Welcome back to the Becoming Mind Strong podcast. Spoiler alert. In the next episode in this season, we're going to be talking about red flags from the nutrition industry, what to watch out for, how to be aware that you're being sold marketing hype. What we're going to talk about today, I don't want to necessarily label as a red flag. It's more a marketing tool that I'm seeing time and time on social media. And it really, as much as I hate the word shouldn't, it shouldn't be the focal point of any kind of health, nutrition, weight loss program, specifically for menopause. And this is the topic of why your workouts really shouldn't be changing that much every single day. Check it out. So as you heard me say in the intro, there's certain things in the nutrition industry when I see on my Instagram feed, I just kind of roll my eyes and I'm like, oh, my heart breaks a little bit. This concept of changing your workouts every day or uber personalized workouts, I'm not going to put them in the same category. And as you heard me say in the intro, I think this is an area where a lot of coaches and trainers are using this to push their program, when in reality, not only is it not necessary, but it's not the most to our benefit more than keeping some things the same. And that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to explain more in detail. So where we need to start this conversation is about the best bang for your buck when it comes to workouts in menopause. I have lots of past episodes about this. We talk about weight training versus cardio. The quick and dirty answer is when it comes to workouts for anyone, hard stop period, multiply that times a billion in a menopausal body. When it comes to workouts, weight training is the most bang for your buck over cardio. Does not mean we should not do cardio, right? Cardio is great for our heart. Cardio is great for our lungs. And menopause is a time of life where we lose lean muscle mass and we lose bone density at an alarming rate. So resistance training, weight training, pushing our muscles to do what they can't yet do is how we counteract that. It's how we preserve lean muscle mass along with proper nutrition. It's how we can help bone density. And the more lean muscle mass we have in our body, the faster our metabolism runs. Now, if my goal is to push my muscles to do what they can't yet do, you'll hear this referred to as progressive overload. Here's what that means. Okay, if I'm doing bicep curls, so I'm holding a dumbbell in my hand and I'm curling my arm up and down. If I'm doing that with a 5-pound weight and it is too easy for me, I can sit there and I can do that all day long. I'm not really doing much. Maybe I'm burning a couple calories from the movement of moving my arm up and down, but I'm not actually challenging my muscles because my muscles get stronger based off necessity. If they're like, what the heck is Rachel doing? I can do this 5-pound exercise all day, every day. There's no reason for it to get stronger. But if I put down that 5 pounds and I pick up 7.5 or 10 pounds, now my muscles are like, whoa. Rachel's pushing us to do something we can't yet do. We better adapt. We better get stronger. And that's exactly what they do. They adapt for the task at hand and our muscles get stronger over time. So if we can agree, which I hope you do because science is going to science, that progressive overload is the best workout for our bodies, hard stop for everyone, specifically in menopause. If we're doing workouts every single day and we're jumping from this exercise and that exercise, and I'm changing up my back day and I'm changing up my leg day, how are we monitoring our progressive overload? Said differently, how am I monitoring if I'm getting stronger? For example, let's go back to my bicep curls. If on Mondays I train arms, okay, Monday is my arm day, and I know let's call it 5 exercises I'm going to do on Mondays. One of them is bicep curls. Well, if I look at this Monday, and I look at next Monday, and I look at the past Monday, and I look at 7 Mondays from now, I can see whether I'm keeping a note in my phone, using a workout journal, or just mentally keeping track. I can see if I'm getting stronger. How? Very simply, because the weight is going up. But if I've bought into this concept that every single time I work out, I need to be changing up my workouts, how am I tracking, right? If I did bicep curls on Monday, December 1st last year, and I haven't done them again for 4 weeks, how am I tracking my progress? How am I knowing if I got stronger? Because I'm going too far in between to actually see the progress go. When I do a workout, I'm not trying to say that I do the same exact workout every day, every week. I do not. But the way that I do my workouts is pretty similar week to week. Okay, there's a whole past podcast episode where we talk about workout splits. A workout split is very simply how you divide your body up. I'm going to interrupt this episode real quickly to ask a 30-second favor. If you are loving the podcast, if you can tap that 5-star review button above, maybe even leave a few nice words, it is the biggest help to getting the podcast out there. As the time I'm recording this, we don't advertise the podcast, so we rely on our old friend, the algorithm, to help get it in the hands of other women. Leaving a review is the absolute number one way to help us do that. Thank you in advance. Thank you, thank you. Now let's get back to the episode. So I'm not going to go too deep in the weeds in this episode, but if you're a newbie, if you're newer to the gym, you're probably going to do a split, meaning you might do back and biceps one day. You might do shoulders and triceps another day, right? We're pairing body parts because right now in the beginning, we don't really have the strength to do a full 45-minute workout on just our shoulders. We'll get too tired too quickly, so a lot of newer people do workout splits. As you get more advanced, and this is not a hard and fast rule, a lot of this depends on schedule, but I'll tell you what I do. I'm more advanced. I've been doing this for over a decade. This is how I love to train because personal preference is part of it. I do one body part per day. So I have a day where I just train arms. I have a day where I just train back, one for shoulders, one for legs, one for chest. I'll take a rest day or two, and then I'll do it all again. That's my personal split. Sometimes that changes. It depends on your level. It depends on your lifestyle. It depends on your preference. With that said, if you were to study most of my back days, most of my chest days, most of my shoulder days, most of my leg days, most of my arm days, they're going to look pretty similar. Because I can tell, to go back to what we were just saying, I can very easily track if I'm getting stronger because I did lat pull downs, which is a back day exercise. I did them last week and the week before that and the week before that, and I'll do them next week and the week after that and the week after that. So it's very easy for me to track, oh, I did X weight last week. Am I still on X weight? Have I stayed there for a few weeks? Am I hitting a plateau? Have I gone up in weight? The only way to see that is by repeating the exercise. Now, that doesn't mean I don't ever change my exercises. Though inside Ignite, our 12-week program, we give our members a full workout plan for at-home workouts, a full workout plan for the gym workout. And we call these our staple exercises. So in week 1, you'll see, let's call it 6 exercises. In week 2, 4 of those might be the same, and then we change up the other 2. So it's not about complacency. It's not about staying stagnant. It's about coming back to those core staple exercises to track progress, and then we can supplement here and there. Now, to me, as a person who believes in human psychology, who believes in getting snowballs rolling down a hill, there also has to be an element of pleasure to this, right? If you're someone who gets bored easily and you're like, holy cow, the thought of doing a similar workout week after week after week sounds terrible, don't do that. It's more important that you're getting your workout in, that you're pushing your muscles in progressive overload to do what they can't yet do with good form, of course. That's more important. And if we're going to talk about, again, maximizing workouts, getting the most bang for your buck, I always suggest having some staple exercises that you come back to, and then we can switch out here and there along the way. What I see happening a lot in the fitness world is a lot of these coaches, a lot of these trainers out there, they're leaning into the personalization of the workout part as if that's the holy grail, right? It's, I will hand deliver your personal exercises and change them week after week after week. First of all, what are you doing for my nutrition? Because nutrition is 90% of the game. It is absolute capital T truth that you can't outwork a bad diet. I don't care if you never do a workout. We have to get your nutrition in check first, and workouts will make the process more efficient, faster, all the above. It's fantastic for you. But nutrition has to be number 1. Number 2, I don't think you should be changing your workouts that often because of everything we've been talking about. And number 3, you just don't really need it. Now, the caveat to this is, if your goal is to be a professional bodybuilder and step on stage, then yes, you're going to want more personal workouts. You're going to want a coach who can say, okay, what you were lacking in your last competition was a little bit of glute work, so we're going to rearrange your workout schedule and maybe throw another leg day in there. We're going to take out this exercise and put this in. If you are looking to compete on a stage, absolutely, your workouts have to be more personalized, more tailored to you. In Ignite, as of the time I'm recording this, we've helped over 3,000 women. I think we've maybe had 1 to 2 that fall in that category. For the vast majority of us, nutrition is number one. That's true for everyone. And having these core exercises where we can track our progress consistently and then switching it up a little bit outside of that. This is how we maximize results. This is how we track our progress and make sure that we're on the path. I am hosting the largest event we have ever done in MindStrong history, and you don't want to miss it. From March 3rd through 5th, 2026, join me live on Zoom, totally free, for MindStrong's Runway to Summer, my 3-day metabolism boosting challenge. To join and for more details, go to www.mindstrongfitness.com/challenge or just use the link in the show notes below.